Okay, hey, how are you doing? It's the boys. It's the fucking boys. We're all in 5 different locations. It's me, it's Big Ev, it's Marty, it's Smitty. Oh boy, Smitty. Oh, god damn. And it is Rico Bosco. What are you doing?
Turning on my thing. What's up?
Hey boys, we're not in the office today because we're all we're running from the COVID. Oh god damn it. Marty, you remember last year when that company was sponsoring us and me and you hinted on every show, please send us one, please send us one, please send us one, and this motherfucker got one.
I'll be honest, I just didn't send my information. I should have done it, but I don't really have a place for it, you know. Rico's, look at his, this is his little man cave he's got.
Yeah, look. We got the fucking
sunglass case.
Starting 5, the sunglasses case, Oregon helmet. And then obviously Rico Ride is. It's good down here. It's good. Padded walls. Yeah, look, I got my Mets stuff up there. It's nice.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice.
All right, so we're going to talk about several things before we get started. First,
what sports book do you guys use?
Use the Barstool Sports book, the best sports book in the world.
Fucking damn. There you go. Company man, Brandon. All right, start the show.
All this shit?
No, idiot. It's good for the background. Start the show.
Why are you so mad? Okay, relax. He said one thing. Okay, chill. All right, before we get to one guy, let's talk about another guy. So Ben Mintz just he couldn't be here today. He's in Louisiana, and that's fine. It's fine, but he's apparently he's running back his radio show in Louisiana today. He's going to do a 3-hour radio show down there for them, and he can't be here.
Wow.
I mean, of course not.
I think he threw himself a reunion.
I think he did too.
The most perfect Ben Mintz tweet to end 2021 is Ben Mintz announcing that he is indeed done for 2021 and going on vacation.
On
3 weeks until 2021 is left. Yeah.
How you holding up, Smitty?
You know, I'm a go big or go home guy, and we've not only gone home this month, but we burned the fucking place to the ground. I mean, what are you gonna do?
So for those that don't know, Smitty turned in what was the all-time worst Pick Central performance ever. I believe I don't know if it was Monday or Tuesday night. It was earlier this week. I think it was Monday night.
Yeah.
1-16-1. But not to be outdone, Smitty followed up last night with an 0-11. 0-11 last night. Smitty, what's going on?
Yeah, not good. If I wasn't in a tree hugging establishment, I'd have a paper bag over my head, but I don't have one here. You know that with the snowflakes in the background, Brandon. But the 1-16-1
was pretty good.
The 1-16-1, like, okay, I've rode 2 hockey games, like up and down. Both of them were like the 14 units of that 16 I lost. You know, that's how I won last month. That's how I've been betting. Last night, though, there was it was just bad. It was just like literally, okay, I took 1 hockey game that was like 4 or 5 units, but 0-6, everything else. You know, I'm running cold. But you know what's going to happen, boys? We're going to be minus 25, 30 units on December 31st. And good glory to God, we're going to have a parlay to take us over the top.
Okay.
That's the only guy who could try and find something good out of being down 41 units in 16 days.
Yeah, it's not good. Gamble responsibly, folks. My unit number has dropped significantly because of this. So always responsibly.
I don't think it's a secret. We're all at home because we're kind of running from the COVID outbreak in New York City. Not so much at Barstool, but in New York City. So we're all taking care of ourselves. And Marty has discovered being home ain't bad, right, Marty?
Oh, it's, you know, I want to be a stay-at-home. I don't want to be a dad, so I stay at home something. And what a morning I've had. I showered. I got a breakfast quesadilla.
Yeah, you want to be Oprah's boyfriend. What's his name, Brandon?
Stedman.
Yeah.
I'll be
a Stedman.
Boyfriend. I'd love to be Oprah's boyfriend. And then I watched Price is Right at 11. I was so excited. Like I was waiting by the remote at 10:58, like waiting to change the channel.
Was it a good Price is Right? How the contestants do today?
It was good. It was good. Milo was a wild card. He had some titties. And when he went like this, their celebrations are the best.
nothing wrong with male titties. I mean, they happen. I think if you are on Price is Right, if I'm in Price is Right, I'm on contestants row, and I bid $550 on something, and you bid $551, I should get to punch you in the face.
That's the best part of the game.
No,
Brandon, you might not have been here at this point. Actually, all three of you might not have been here. Do you guys are aware that Loud Sean was a contestant on The Price is Right?
Yeah,
I did know that.
Yes.
I think I heard that. Yeah.
One of the best videos. He went nuts.
Yeah. I came here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum. That was his line to get him on contestant row.
So I don't know if I should say this, but my sister who lives with me, she went out to Christmas dinner with Kelsey and some other behind the scenes people, and Loud Sean was there. My sister had never met him. She's like, the more we drank, the louder he got. He just kept getting louder and I'm like, well, his name's Loud Sean for a reason. Like, nobody's playing.
The man's only allowed to drink twice a year.
Yeah. Christmas parties are Loud Sean's kryptonite.
The problem with Price is Right is the prizes aren't that great. It's like trips to Montreal now and shit. It's like we gotta hype it up a little better, you know?
Right, like you win something and oh my God, you won, and it's a microwave.
Yeah, and the best part about it is like, oh, you win a brand new car, but you're gonna have to pay all the taxes. You're gonna have to pay all of the insurance. You're fucked. You're gonna pay for this car.
And it's in California taxes.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's Price is Right is maybe the first show I remember in my entire life. Going to my grandmother's house and watching Price is Right. We watch it at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we have it earlier in the Central Time Zone. Well, I guess the same time, but I don't know. It's great. Bob Barker's still kicking, by the way.
Is Price is Right the number one draft pick for sick at home watch from school? I had that and Gilligan's Island as my top two.
Yeah, I think it's I think
Maury.
it's high up there.
Maury.
Jerry?
Maury. That's the best show. That leading into Jerry Springer, maybe a little Steve Wilkos if you're still getting that tickle. That and the best game show is Deal or No Deal, no question.
If you make it to Steve Wilkos, you're really sick.
I mean, you want to just talk about the lineup of simpletons? You went fucking Maury, Jerry, Wilkos, and
because they were on back to back to back.
Deal or No Deal.
It's like there's no skill. There's nothing.
I got
No, that's pure. That's entertainment. That's entertainment.
Deal or No Deal is a trash show.
No, what?
I say it all the time. First off, Ev, you've met my father. I like to think he's like a distinguished, like well-read guy, has a good job. A couple of years ago, I come home, I catch him. He's sitting on the couch. He's watching a day off. He's watching Maury. I'm like, are you? He's like, yeah. He like didn't want anybody to know. He's like, it's my guilty pleasure. He's like, I gotta watch Maury. I gotta watch more. I'm like, you're out of your mind.
Family Feud is one of my favorite ones. The best thing. Give me a name that starts with an H. Jose.
But see, Family Feud, the best part is literally the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole thing's good.
It's good, but the extra game is like I would watch a half hour of just like the extra game. Where you know what's fucked up about?
You know what's fucked up about Price is Right is where they play all the games and they get to the end, and then the first showcase is always like it's worth like $7,500, and the second showcase is worth $2.5 million.
Yeah.
They had to change. I remember it used to be the top would be like $1 million and $2 million, and they literally had to change it because people were making so much money.
Is Price is Right the longest running game show?
Oh, probably, but there's probably a
Jeopardy's up there now, isn't it?
Jeopardy's up there. Wheel of Fortune's at 40 years.
Dude, fuck
I think
Pat
Price is Right has gone down because they cut down the amount of games. You get like 2 games or 3 games in each like half-hour slot, and they're very quick. I don't think you get enough.
Years running, it's Price is Right is the longest game show.
I mean, I would think Plinko is the greatest game ever invented, right?
Plinko still slaps, except when Bob Barker was hosting and he was doing the hole-in-one.
Bro, I was Plinko,
and he would.
I wish
or
I could.
Or two.
Yes, or 2.
Oh, I gotta find that. Bro, I was Plinko for Halloween one year.
Also, the yodeling game, still great.
Let me
you
find
were
that.
Plinko for Halloween?
Yeah, I'll get it for you.
That's amazing. Do you guys see Swag Kelly's tweet?
No, what Swag Kelly tweet?
1 second, I got it real right here. He goes
something about Mincy.
No, he goes. Oh man, he's on a tear right now. My resume speaks for itself. I've been counted out. I've been told I got things just because of my name. I'll be damned. Put me in front of the best throwing players, and we'll see. I'm sick of this persona. It's a joke. Let's talk ball with some of these guys and see who knows.
Well, maybe he shouldn't get drunk and end up in somebody's living room.
He's like going on a tweeting thread right now. First team all SEC, second team all SEC.
Oh, there's Plinko. Wait, that was your Plinko costume? That's a poster board.
It's got the thing with the money, dude, and the things fell off. Look, if you look close enough, I had too many high noons back in the day. All the things fell off. Look at them. Little Jay-Z at the end of the night, Brandon. You wouldn't know about that. Keep listening to Go Fishing or Fishing in the Dark or Fishing for My Dad at the Prison Yard. Whatever the song is, I don't really know.
How many shots at me could you fit in one 5-second window?
That's talent. That's substitute teacher day right there.
And don't hate on Fishing in the Dark. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band is incredible.
It made a few playlists of mine. I hate it, but it's made a few playlists.
You and me. So how's everybody doing?
Happy to have bowls, I'll tell you that much.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna talk bowls on this show. I guess I'll just lay out I got 15 that I think stand out above the rest.
Yeah.
NFL. We'll go over the NFL lines. College basketball's got a big day tomorrow. But first, I guess let's start. If we're really going to talk gambling, we're really going to talk sports. Last night is one of those gambling marathons where you had two teams that played an epic struggle for about 3 quarters, where they would get to the end zone and just melt down. The under looked dead. The Chiefs looked dead. And then they scored 29 points in the fourth quarter. Chiefs end up winning. They've covered now 7 games in a row. They put that division on ice. They're now a firm Super Bowl contender again. I guess I don't know. I don't want to just throw it out to anybody. So, Big Ev, I'll start with you. The Chiefs were dead. The over was dead. And then the fourth quarter was magic.
It was incredible. I mean, I had the Chargers, so that was devastating. I think the bigger story more than anything is really obviously him just Staley just going for it on fourth down every time.
Yeah.
Which even as much as I'm a guy who I bet super heavy on the Chargers last night, I like it. I think people still hate it. I think it's easy to say after the fact. I think when you have a quarterback that's that good, an offense is that good, I'm always aggressive. So I liked it. It didn't work out yesterday, but I just think when you have an offense like that, you got to ride with it. Like sometimes I'm willing to die on that hill especially when you look at the first few drives, like the first one, 3 different throws hit guys in the chest that they just dropped. Like there are plays that should have been there. The second one, the third down play, literally hits him in the hands for a walk-in. He drops it. Like the plays were there. Like that, they executed to the point they just literally just didn't catch the ball. That was the difference. So I'm good with it. I think people are eviscerating Staley over it. I like it.
No, I think we're in a different world of NFL football and football in general where, you understand that most coaches believe field goals aren't going to win games anymore. And most coaches are going to believe when you get down there, it's time to get 7, and that's what we're going to play for, and that's how we're going to live our lives. And to me, that's a good way to live your life. Plus, you're playing the Chiefs. Eventually, they're going to catch fire and they're going to get going. So you got to plan for having as many points as possible. Yeah, it probably didn't work in the short term, but I think long term that strategy is fine. Marty, what did you think about last night?
I mean, the Chargers were the right play. But the biggest thing I got out of it is that I think the Chiefs are the favorite to win the Super Bowl. When they were clicking on all cylinders, that was they're scary. When Kelsey and Mahomes are doing their thing, and you have Hill it's just it's crazy that we ever counted them out. I think
Tyreek Hill is the only guy in the league that can have a quiet 12 catch, 1 touchdown, 150-yard game.
Yes, exactly. I mean, and also having I didn't have the over, but that's what overs dreams are made of. That in the fourth quarter, that hits home. It's this is why you bet the over.
Yeah, the over just didn't hit. The fucking Ballerton over hit.
Yeah,
they scored 60 something.
The Balternate over, not the Balternate. Rico, did you have anything on it?
I needed Herbert's passing yards. I said yesterday, this is let's just watch it, have fun. And I went game over, passing yards over, touchdown passes over. And all I needed was Herbert.
1 second. Brandon, yesterday, Rico's parlay goes, all right, I'm going to take Herbert, whatever. Then he goes, I'm going to take the Chargers team over and the Chiefs team over. We're Why the fuck would you just take the over? He's like, oh, that's a good idea.
In fairness, I think it was the Chiefs 28.5. So I would have like that. All right. So whatever. You got me. You got me. Yeah.
No, Rico gets deep in the weeds sometimes with these numbers and these bets, and he just forgets the obvious thing that's just staring him in the face.
I know. Yeah. And you know what the best part was? It was the same odds, Brandon. When I'm like, I'm putting this. I knocked it down.
I was gonna say that it's the same odds because you can't hit them without hitting the over.
No, you can. Somebody can win
both team totals and not hit the over.
That's not possible, Rico.
You can't hit both of them.
Oh, right. Okay. You can hit one. All right. Yeah, I got it. All right. Fair. All right.
You might know how to do a Rubik's Cube. I'm struggling.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Marty, I bet your idiot ass knows how to do one.
No, absolutely not. Those things piss me off. I can barely get one side.
We had a club for it in 8th grade.
Say that again, TJ?
We had a Rubik's Cube club in 8th grade.
That explains everything.
I was down to a minute and a half at one point.
You can do this in a minute and a half.
Not that one. That one sucks, but like a good one.
It's a Rubik's Cube.
It's a Rubik's Cube. What's wrong with it?
See if I can
Isn't there, Marty, isn't there a college basketball player or coach who does Rubik's Cubes like all the time?
There's a bunch of weirdos that do it. Like, I mean, let me tell you something about TJ. TJ does Rubik's Cubes and he cries at Trenton Thunder when they folded as a minor league baseball team.
Marty
That's a TJ.
over that I'm passionate about things and he isn't.
He cried about the Trenton Thunder folding.
He's a big Trenton Thunder fan.
TJ, you cried and don't lie.
I was 5 feet away from you. It's on camera.
That's his local team. That's his connection to the Yankees. What's the problem?
There's a lot of problems. He was in a Rubik's Cube club in 8th grade.
Are we doing shows
TJ,
this week?
You got your season tickets yet?
Yes.
You do?
Yep.
Wow. So you're not going to be sitting in the student section?
I mean, I could still move, I guess. If they wanted me to come to the student section, I'll come to the student section. I have seats.
You taking me to a game?
I will say.
You taking me to a game?
Sure. What game you want me to do?
Damn.
I got a sure. Marty.
Damn. Just ice Marty.
Right.
Are we doing shows on Monday and Tuesday?
We're figuring that out. We're figuring that out right now because I think Dan is shutting down the yak. I think today is the last yak of the year. So if today's the last yak of the year, I'm not sure why we need to use production people to do one show next week. We'll figure it out.
Toledo stinks.
Already? Is that
you go? Oh, hold on. Let me make one Chiefs point.
Yeah.
Andy Reid now has 7 straight seasons of 10+ wins and is the only coach in league history to lead 2 teams to over 100 wins each, which is fucking mind-blowing to think about. That's like 7 perfect seasons for each team. Is he the greatest regular season coach of all time?
Who's the other? Don't give it to me.
The other team?
No. Who's the other coach to lead 2 teams to 100 wins?
No, he's the only one.
He said he's the only one.
Oh, he's the only one. Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
lead
the
2
other
teams.
team. The other team is the Eagles. That's easy.
Correct, Rico. Well,
I would thought it was 2 coaches. Got it.
Yeah, because that's who Andy Reid has coached.
Let's just move past that.
But is he the greatest? Is he the greatest regular season coach of all time? Like what? Him and Schottenheimer?
No, I think Don Shula was a hell of a regular season coach.
He's a cheating scumbag. He didn't cover the field in the 80s. My dad wants to kill him.
Don Shula? The guy's like one of the great gentlemen of the game.
Didn't cover the field against the Jets.
What does that even mean?
The Jets were faster. It rained all week. You're supposed to put a tarp out by league rules. Didn't do it. Look it up.
A, that was 30 years ago. B, that's gamesmanship.
Yeah, and I don't hate that.
All right.
Great move.
But if the league rule is put the tarp out.
Also, wait, time out. No chance the Jets were faster back then. The Dolphins had Marino throwing to Duper and Clayton. They had the fastest team in the league.
In like 84, 86, I think one of them.
84, the year Marino threw for 5,000 yards and 48 touchdowns.
80. Let's Google that.
Whatever. You're going to make me mad with this Don Shula slander. I'm not going to have it on my show. Where else are we at, boys? Hey, basketball boys, college basketball guys. tomorrow's pretty big game. Pretty big games.
A lot of things.
Kentucky?
Ohio State, Kentucky got canceled,
Right.
but Kentucky is not playing UNC. And
Are we starting to get worried about?
Wait, Kentucky's going to play UNC?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Let's go.
So we were going to have UNC, UCLA. We were going to have Kentucky, Ohio State. Now we're going to have Kentucky, UNC, we think.
1982, Brandon.
Okay. That is before Marino, so that checks out a little bit.
When do we start getting worried about things possibly getting axed again? Because, I mean, there's a couple NFL games this weekend where they should not be playing. The Washington football team, they don't have a quarterback.
I think
They just signed someone today to play. Like,
Neither the Browns.
I'm all for it as an Eagles fan, but they probably should not be playing a football game.
I'm just of the mentality we can't shut down again. We got to fight through this shit. We just got to go. We just got to go.
The Broncos started Keldon Hinton last year. It happens. Like, fuck it.
But the Sixers
quarterback.
Sixers played 2 weeks with 7 guys, but the Bulls get shut down for 2 weeks.
But it's
like,
also
I don't know like where it stops.
Yeah, that is a weird one, but it's a lot easier to cancel and make up NFL game or NBA games than NFL games. So you can shut down an NBA team for 2 weeks. You shut down an NFL team for 2 weeks. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer.
Smitty, that Eagles line moved. Are they all the way up to -10? Did I hear that correctly?
13.
The Washington football team does not have a quarterback.
I know.
It's 13 and a half.
Like, that hasn't happened since the body bag game where Brian Mitchell was forced to play. You know that reference, Brandon Walker, Buddy Ryan?
You have to think they're literally signing a quarterback today to start on Sunday.
Yeah.
Who they signing?
Like, they're calling RG3 to come back.
Who'd they sign?
I don't know the name.
They signed like Garrett Gilbert. They all signed like a couple guys because they're literally just like, you're signing a guy just to, like, they don't know anything.
And I'll be honest. This is a game the Eagles like historically lose. This is a Joe Webb Tuesday Night Football game right now.
I was just gonna say that you're in the fucking. You know you're gonna be sweating it out, dude.
Oh yeah.
This is I think I saw the name Jordan Ta'amu, the Ole Miss quarterback from a couple years ago. Like
it was like Gilbert, him, and like somebody else.
Yeah, they're deep in.
Brandon Doughty is available. He can win a game in the NFL. I want that.
Swag Kelly's saying, "Call my number."
Exactly.
Oh, that's why he's tweeting right now.
Hey, PJ,
there's a million quarterbacks getting signed right now.
PJ, send me the link. Chad Kelly might come on.
No.
Yeah.
No, I will leave.
Hey, Brandon, that'd be awesome.
No, do not send him the link.
You can. No. You have
that's
to.
Good content.
Brandon, that'd be great if he could come on the show and talk about his tweets.
I'm not talking to Chad Kelly.
You have the link. You joined the show.
I don't know how. Can you just text it to me? You can just mute yourself. That's fine. But that's as a show, having Chad Kelly on is a good
if
thing.
Chad Kelly comes on, you're hosting the show for that minute, and I'm just going to sit here.
That's fine.
It's going to be well more than a minute.
Yeah, he's gotten 10 tweets off.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this if he comes on.
I do. I want to talk to Swag.
Wait, when did you become friends with Swag?
People like me, all right? I don't have to tell you.
That boggles the mind. Why do famous people like, not that he's famous, but why do famous people like you?
I don't know. I'm a charming man.
You're not. We all know you.
Charming, I don't have to tell you.
So tomorrow we got in college basketball, we got Butler, Purdue, Tennessee, Memphis, Gonzaga, Texas Tech, possibly North Carolina, Kentucky, maybe even Iona, Seton Hall. That's not all that. That's a pretty good game. Marquette, Xavier, Providence, UConn, Baylor, Oregon. Pretty good game just tomorrow.
Iona, Seton Hall's out. Patino's tweeting he's looking for a game.
Oh, that's right. That's why there's COVID going off. I'm just
yeah, it's all right.
I think Duke's might play Iona.
Is that what's going on right now? Just pickup style. Hey, who wants to play tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I don't hate that.
It's awesome. Duke literally tweeted, "We're looking for an opponent tomorrow. Please let us know."
I want to see Duke. I want to say Duke play like the Jewish team and have an upset. That'd be great.
Jewish joking. They might not want that.
By the way, y'all didn't go to the game the other night.
We're gonna go to a home game. Rico's taking a call. 1 sec.
What are you doing? Did they hit you up on DM too? They hit me up on DM to say come to a home game.
Yeshiva?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I want to. So I think we should all go as a show.
Yeah, we can do that. I don't mind. I think they play in what, Queens? Where do they play?
Bronx.
Bronx, Queens. Yeah, same thing.
We should try to do a Pick Central live show.
From the Yeshiva Maccabees game.
Yeah.
For the 10 people there, I'd love that.
Can y'all stop talking?
I've been
for a
to
second?
Yeshiva. It's
What
great.
do you do? What do you?
It's a number I can't ignore. I had to take it. I'm done multitasking. I heard everything.
But you're
Yeshiva, I've
ignoring
been
it
to
right
the
now.
gym.
You're talking to us. What are you doing?
I couldn't ignore this. I hear everything though.
Who are you talking to?
What? I'm trying to get a call lease. There's no calls.
Right now?
They called. It's limited.
You can wait till 1 o'clock. I hate this motherfucker so much.
No respect, you know?
None whatsoever. I might try to get Jeff Nadeau on the show.
Oof.
Oh, no.
Can you fucking relax?
You fucking relax. Oh, that got the phone down, didn't
Now
it?
now the woman. Ma'am, I'm going to have to call you back, okay? All right, thanks. Thanks a lot, Brandon.
What do you want me to do? We're doing a show.
I got it, but on commercial breaks, like just cut it away.
We don't have
Al Michaels eats in the booth. I can't.
All right.
Yeshiva, I've been there. I literally have been there. We're going to go do a video.
Swag Kelly, Jeff, they knew would have been some combo.
What a show.
Two out of work guys leeching on other people's success.
All right, NFL this weekend, and I don't know, like COVID is making things go crazy, but even without COVID, and I know the Eagles game is because of COVID, but I look at this, there are 7 games with a spread of 9.5 or more. Like this could be an all-time snoozer of a week in college pro football. You got the Panthers plus 12 at the Bills, the Cards minus 12.5 at the Lions, the Cowboys minus 11 at the Giants, the Jets plus 9.5 at the Dolphins, Washington football team plus 12 at the Eagles, Falcons plus 9.5 at the Niners, and Saints plus 10.5 against the Bucks. We got like tons of huge lines. What?
Can we survive 2 snoozer NFL weeks in a row?
Yeah, I think the NFL could give us 9 snoozer weeks in a row and we'd still show up for the 10th week and be happy.
Of course. It's just going to be, whatever.
And
I love the Colts. I love the Colts Saturday night.
When you start loving teams so much, it scares me.
All right.
It does.
That's because you have commitment issues.
Hey!
Oh.
Look at this.
Wow.
Look at this. 7 months old.
Some things
Or a better life than half of you.
Little guy.
That's fantastic.
Hey, buddy, why don't you give us a pick? Because Daddy's losing all your Christmas gifts.
All right.
Who do you think's making the picks right now? Right, buddy? Right?
That's all you got to do. That's why you have a kid. When you're down 41 units, it's all worth it. Exactly. All right, buddy. Get some pants on. Put some pants
on. Yeah, it is, and I don't know, Smitty's got a kid there. I got 4 kids here. I got a dog running around. It's hard to do these shows at home, but whatever.
Again, I've had a delightful morning.
Yeah, it's been. I'm just watching Toledo, Middle Tennessee State.
Exactly.
Lined up for a field goal.
You mean tell me the single guys in their mid-20s just not doing dick outside the greatest city in the world, like is having a good morning? Okay.
Yeah, and his roommate that he lives with, the asshole that put a fucking mattress on the balcony, has been in Jackson, Mississippi for the last 6 months.
Hey, he might be done. Might be done. I think he's done with the whole beer stuff, man. I think he's trying to grow up.
He's not gonna be a beer guy anymore.
I don't know. It seems like it.
That's like PMT not doing PMT anymore. Like that's his whole thing.
When I was talking to him, he was here for like 30 minutes the other day. It was like, doesn't seem the same.
I think Dion's got him on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, I know. He's like, is this swag? Is swag coming on?
That's CK.
I fucking love Swag Kelly if it's him. I'm guessing CK is him.
Probably CK. He went to Ole Miss. He probably can't figure out how to turn his camera on.
Oh, man.
Let's go, Swag.
There he is.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, dude? How we doing?
Man, I woke up on the other side of the bed today that I normally do.
I know. I saw your tweets. It was my first thing I said. Just real quick, there's one guy in the top right who looks like, a hick. I'm sorry. That didn't come out. But he's from Mississippi State, so he's not going to enjoy you. So I'm gonna host a show at the moment.
It's all love. He knows what happened this year.
Well, first of all, no. Okay, whatever. It was rainy. We were a passing team. It was rainy. That shouldn't even count. When it starts, the rivalry starts next year.
Well, I'm with you. That's cool. I'll agree with you.
Chad, do you know that he kind of set off a chain of events that let Mississippi State lose that game?
All I know is I didn't watch any of their offense. I only watched Ole Miss's offense. So you can imagine where I was during the intermissions of those of that game.
How the fuck would you even do that? What were you getting during the time we had the ball?
Yeah, I didn't. Man, I can't watch the same four plays every drive.
Okay, I'm gonna be over here.
All right. So Swag, tell me this. So you woke up this morning, you see all these quarterbacks in the NFL getting starts and shit, and you're like, I am better than these quarterbacks, right?
Well, look, I'll just keep it a buck right here. You know, yesterday I texted Kevin Stefanski, right? And then I texted Alex Van Pelt, the offensive coordinator. I get a text from my Uncle Jim saying, hey, you know, I talked to Alex. He sent me what he said, blah, blah, blah. Okay, perfect. I'm ready. I've been ready. You know, I stay in shape. I eat right. I do everything I need to do to be ready, right? Well, you know, my dad texted me this morning saying, man, this is some bullshit. You know, this is what happened. And I just, you know, I sit there and I'm just like, the kid who, you know, there's a lot of kids out there that, yeah, they're good. They're all right. You know, they can throw the ball. They can help a team, whatever way. But it ain't the same. There's a different type of presence and pressure that I bring to a team that maybe makes someone feel a little different. And when I'm speaking about this, it goes back to when I talked to the offensive coordinator of the Colts. And I said, hey, man, like, what is it? Like, why am I not getting signed? Why is it? He's like, well, you know, sometimes they don't want the first string quarterback to feel threatened or to have pressure. And that's why we see the same person winning the Super Bowl every year.
I'm loving this. You woke up with choosing violence.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about the football ability. It's not about any of that other stuff. It's about maybe a presence that I bring that makes someone feel a little threatened. And, you know, since I was a little kid, 14 years old, or not even 14.
Wait, go back in the Wi-Fi.
Years old, I played football. I was study the game. What I wanted to do was start a football and play. Huh?
Brandon, it sounds like you and Chad have a lot in common because you won't work with anybody. So like you have your own. I mean, you can't have new stars threatening the college football mix. Chad, no, I like it, bro. I respect it.
I like Chad. I like that he graduated from Ole Miss. He lit us the fuck up. So this is but all right, Chad, but for real talk. So it's a real question, not a joke question, not a Mississippi State question. So do you think it's because they have off the field concerns that you've taken care of?
I've been told different things. I'm like I said, I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all because I want to do this. I've kept my mouth shut for too long. And there's a lot of people that I feel I've been done wrong by. Yeah, I might have done something wrong, but in 2014, I was helping a friend try to get back in the bar. Yeah, I might have been 20 years old, but how many times have we all been in a bar when we were underage, right? Yep. Okay, so that's that. And the owner was the one that let us in the first place, right? All right, so then now we fast forward to 2017, right? 2018 with the Halloween deal. And, I had two phones at the time, okay? Well, one phone I didn't have around because, I had a girlfriend at the time. All right. And then the next phone, I gave it to her because she was trying to find her phone that she lost. So I gave her my phone. So next thing you know, I left the party, walked outside, went around to another side because I was upset about something. And then, I sit down on the curb and then a lady comes outside and she's like, hey, what are you doing? Do you need something? I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I need a phone, right? So, I go follow her and she opens the door, I walk in with her and then I sit down. All of a sudden I'm getting beat by someone's fist. And then all of a sudden I'm getting beat by whatever it was, a vacuum cleaner, they say. And then, then I ran out the front door. So like, what are we talking about here? I was in there for 30 seconds. The lady let me in, you know, and we're trying to figure out, like, is that really a problem? That's like, they're taking her word first, my word, which whatever it is, what it is, but you only see the part of me running out the back door or out of the front door, you know? So it's just a lot of stuff that goes on. And, you know, like I went to go try out for the Packers for those 2-3 days, man, it wasn't even close. I threw 7 or 8 touchdowns in one-on-ones, right? We didn't do any 7-on-7 or anything like that because there wasn't enough players. Man, I killed it. I was feeling good, whatever, 8 touchdowns. The other kid, who'd they hire?
The other kid.
Come on, man. So then we say, I tell my agent, Bus Cook, who works with Cam Newton, he's at Matt Stafford, he's at Calvin Johnson, right? He knows football. He said, all right, I'm about to call them. I'm going to see what the problem was. All right, so everybody in the room, there was 10, 15 scouts and coaches, and they all said Chad, hands down, had the better week. He was more accurate, stronger arm, everything. Okay, so what was the problem? Well, it came down to the head coach, whoever he wanted. And he said he felt more comfortable with the other guy.
So they're blackballing you a little bit.
There you go.
They are. I mean, you're showing up. You're going out there throwing these passes, beating out the other people. But I think they are scared of you, pretty much.
And I don't know how you change that. I don't know if you can change it. So, you know, you just look at the next opportunity. You know, I could have went to Canada. I could have had fun with that. But, you know, deep inside, I felt like, you know, I had enough film out there that I already have shown that I can play at a high level. You know, I got a 70-plus completion percentage in preseason. All right, yeah, we might not be playing against the best players, but still, you still moving the ball, you completing the ball, you scoring, right? What else do you need? You know, I'm one of them first guys in there, last guys to leave. That's the type of dude I am and have always been everywhere I've went. There hadn't been one day that I did not stay after practice just to throw extra routes or work on footwork or work on the plays like Drew Brees used to do, you know, one read to 2 read to 3 read, you know? It's the same stuff, man. I grew up around the football game. So what do you think my mentality is? I want to just play football. I want to be the best. I want to beat my uncle's record of playing in 4 straight Super Bowls, you know? Like, it's just people aren't made up like that anymore. And, you know, I grew up in Buffalo. Y'all know that Buffalo stays open till 4 a.m. in the morning. So when it's 2 a.m. in the morning, we're like, all right, now it's time to go out and have fun, right? But people don't understand it. That's where we come from. We come from a blue-collar family. My dad grew up with 6 brothers. Man, they used to beat people up, man. That's what people did. You talk shit, yeah, you're naturally just going to be pissed off. But, like, I had to learn after a long time that now social media is out there. You know, you got cell phones. People going to videotape that. People want to fight you just to get you know, money out of you. And that's the reality we live in now. And it's just, you know, it frustrates me that that's the world we live in, but that's part of the game. And maybe, you know, playing quarterback is different, obviously. But, like, you know, there's a lot worse things that I could have did besides, you know, beating someone up, you know?
I agree. And Big Ev, let me ask you a question, Big Ev. Would you rather Mike Glennon playing for you for the Giants when Daniel Jones is hurt, or would you like Swag Kelly?
Definitely rather
Swag, bro. He's gonna be ready to run through a fucking brick wall right now.
Did y'all watch Mike Glennon? It was not last week, the week before. There was a shallow route he threw, and he went from the right side, and the shallow route was coming from the left side to the right side. And there was nobody within 10, 15 yards to do. It was a crucial 3rd down. It was like a 3rd and 6, and they were still in the game. And this dude took his drop, went to the right, and here comes the shallow route. He threw the shallow route so far behind the dude, he had no chance. The ball just hit the ground, and dude looked back at him and was like, are you serious, dude? And, like, that right there, that means fundamentals in your footwork are not lining up with what you're trying to do. That's being lazy, dude. Like, I studied this game this year so much because I was a coach at East Mississippi. I studied it so much this year. We were taking plays from the Rams. We were taking plays from all over the country with different teams, and we were smoking teams, man. And you watch different football and sit back and watch your quarterbacks go through things, and now you're like, man, I know I could do that, so I need to get back in it. So, like, I'm not trying to coach anymore. I was able to sit back and watch, and it's just a different perspective.
You mentioned that with the JUCO. I mean, in the first watch, I know they win, and you guys won when you were there, but, like, What's your relationship with Buddy Stevens? Because that's a tough. It seems like he's a little difficult to deal with.
Well, look, he's a good coach, but he still owes me. He still has to pay me for the month of November. He still ain't paying me for the month of November. So y'all can make that how it is. All right. What are we in? What's December 20th?
Yeah, we're
last time
December 17th.
Last time I got paid was October 14th, and I was calling the plays, coming up with the plays. Come on, man.
Well, you got beef with a lot of people out there right now.
Look, I ain't got beef with nobody. If you do me right, I'm gonna do you right. If you on my side, I'm gonna be on your side. And that's how I grew up. I went to an all boys school. Like there wasn't any drama. There wasn't any drama growing up. We were just like, man, boys are boys. Like that's how it's gonna be, you know. But I appreciate y'all getting me on here, man. I was like, man, I gotta do this. I gotta do this.
I saw your tweets. You probably saw all these COVID things, all these quarterbacks dropping, and then you just see fucking names like who's the quarterback for Nick Mullins for the Browns this week?
All right. Well, here we go. Y'all want to hear the story about the Eagles too? I didn't mention the Eagles either, did I?
Yes.
Right.
I would personally like to hear the story about the Eagles.
A week before the end of the preseason, right? I get a phone, or my agent gets a phone call and says, hey, they're bringing you in. Stay tuned tomorrow. They're going to have your flight booked and everything. I was like, really? This is awesome. He was like, yeah, all the coaches from Indy are there. Well, Nick Sirianni's the head coach. Learned a ton. Love Nick to death. Well, gets there. It's Friday. I believe it was Friday or Sunday, one of those days. All of a sudden, flight's booked. I'm outside throwing the ball around with my friend and my brother right before I leave to head to the airport. Bags are packed. I left my phone inside the charge. Literally, I go inside to grab my bags, grab my phone to head to the airport. They said, hey, they canceled on you. We said, they canceled? But they just booked it earlier this morning. Well, hey, they said they're going to bring you in at a later date. They really like you. I haven't heard anything since then.
Do you think that was a Howie Roseman franchise GM decision?
No, I'll tell you what it is.
Okay, what is it?
They told him that Nick Mullins started X amount of games, 17 games, but that the media in Philadelphia would eat him and me alive because I have such a long track record. And that's what it is.
So they thought the Philly media would eat you alive.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Because we didn't have guys like Michael Vick to come in like straight out of prison here. That was like essentially adored like by the time he left.
Yeah, y'all are catching what I'm saying, though, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing over and over again, man. And I just can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. You know, the Bills had me there for 3-4 weeks last year at the end of the season for the playoffs, and I was obviously living in a hotel room. And you know, they brought me out there. It was 20 degrees. It was rain, sleet, and snowing when they brought me out there. There was one guy out there, the assistant GM, to watch me throw. There was no one else. And we were like, all right, maybe they're going to sign me after. Nope, they ain't signed me. So, you know, it's just a lot of variables that you just try to figure out and piece together. And, you know,
it's
not really sure what it is.
You know you can play, and they're holding you accountable for shit that's happened in the past that wasn't really even that bad. You know?
And what about the combine? Let's talk about the combine. You know, when guys get invites to the combine, what are they doing? They're posting it, right?
Yeah.
In fine print at the bottom, it says, do not share on social media that you got an invite. So I said, all right, well, obviously I ain't going to do that. That's what it says at the bottom of the invite. 2 weeks before, they reneged on it. They said, no, he can't go anymore. What is that about?
It's crazy. It is wild. Well, I'm glad.
I just need a shot.
Sign him. Giants, fucking sign him.
I'll see. I've watched every snap of Mike Glennon. He stinks.
Bro, I would buy a Swag Kelly Giants jersey tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, me and you know, I train with Phil Simms. I love Big Phil, you know, a lot, man. And, you know, I told him one day, I was like, man, what's the worst that could happen if I just showed up? Because I'm training in New Jersey. I said, what if I just showed up at the front door and said, hey, I'm here to see, you know, the GM. What's his name?
Gettleman.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, gentlemen. And I was like, can I take him to lunch? Can he talk to me? Can he get to know me and see if this would be a good fit? He's got to know that I can play some football, right? I mean, Evan Ingram's up there. Evan Ingram has 1,000 yards because of myself, you know?
Yeah, y'all were good.
So,
Y'all were
anyways, man, I just, you know, it's a wild situation, man. And, you know.
Hey, we appreciate you coming by, though, and talking it out with us.
No doubt, man. I appreciate y'all, man. So
thanks. Yeah, thanks for coming on, Chad. I'll talk to you later. But my goal might be to get you on a team. I'm like,
give this man a shot. One shot.
Yeah, let's get this guy a shot. I mean,
a legit shot.
He's fired up. He's done not saying shit. He wants to play some football. Let him play. There's some trash ass quarterbacks in the NFL. I'll tell you that.
Well, hey. It is what it is, you know, and not only that, you know, I've learned from Phillip Rivers. I've learned from Andrew Luck, man. I've learned from these guys, man. And like, that's the crazy part. Like, not one of these teams had ever sat down and talked ball with me. Isn't that mind blown?
Yeah.
Let's talk football. Let's talk about how you beat 4 push. Let's talk about how you get defenders in space where, you know, you make plays against them. And like, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just there's something a lot deeper than what we know, you know. But hey, man, Ole Miss versus Baylor, we're all taking Ole Miss, right?
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, now I am.
I don't like it, but I am because they're going to beat especially with Matt Corral playing, they're going to beat the shit out of them.
All right, now how do y'all feel about Kenny Pickett not playing in a bowl game?
Sucks.
It sucks, but I get it from his. I mean, what if he gets hurt? You know, I get it from his point of view, but it does suck.
All right.
His stock is not going to be any higher than it was coming out of that last year.
That shit is weak.
I'm
not
denying that, but his stock's not going to be any higher than it was coming out of that bowl.
I see both sides. It is kind of weak.
But it don't matter though. Like, don't you prep for the whole year to be in a big time bowl game?
You do.
And you want to play against the best team. I mean, what are we talking about here? I wish I could go back and play another college game, you know?
And you're also, you know, you're giving up on your teammates, and they have to go out there and play, and then you're kind of leading them to this big game, and then you kind of bail on them. But I get it. I mean, it makes dollars and cents.
I just don't understand it. I don't. But it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, Casey Kelly, number 81, Ole Miss. Make sure y'all watch out for him. Tell Matt Corral to throw him the ball.
All right. Thanks, Chad.
Thank you, Chad. We appreciate it.
All right. Appreciate y'all, man.
All right. So before we get to anything else, we got to talk about Cuts Clothing. Work attire has changed. You don't have to wear stuffy, uncomfortable clothes anymore. Cuts Clothing has reimagined work clothes by elevating the classic t-shirt to something you can wear on any occasion, from a formal business meeting to a casual night out. Everyone loves Cuts Clothing. Elite athletes, entrepreneurs, recording artists, all wearing what GQ magazine calls the only t-shirt worth wearing. Why waste time wondering what to wear for all your holiday events? Cuts has you covered so you look your best this season and every season after. With a minimalist design that's professional enough for the office, yet comfortable enough for a night out, Cuts combines versatility with style so you have the perfect look for every occasion. Cuts has your holiday shopping covered with a ton of new products and special site-exclusive offers every day in December. Get 15% off site-wide at cutsclothing.com/picks. That's CUTSclothing.com/picks. Get 15% off, plus can't miss daily deals. I love this fucking place. You never know what's going to happen.
It's the best. Well, that's the best place in the world. Do you think Swag Kelly's coming on here today?
I'm convinced he could lead the team to a Super Bowl.
I'm
want to
run through a wall.
Boys, today I learned that Chad Kelly is the most blackballed quarterback in the NFL this side of Colin Kaepernick. Who knew?
Marty, if he's training in New Jersey, Marty, you're going to talk to him. Get him to come in and sit with us one day.
1,000%.
He definitely
I would love to. He was amazing right there. He was like, he just was done not talking about it, being done, like shutting up, because his agent probably told him to shut up. Mincy might have a heart attack that we just had him on when he wasn't.
So, do y'all know? I don't know if any of you have looked at your phone, but during the interview, Mintz quote tweets one of his and says, "Can I get an interview with you for the blog?" While we're talking to him on the show that Mintz no show today.
Hey, but he FaceTime Mintz, so
yeah, that's true. I do like it. Like, you could tell, like halfway through the interview, he's like, you know what? Just fuck it. These guys suck. He was being careful at first. He was saying like this kid, the guy, this guy. He wasn't saying names, and then it was just Mike Glennon stinks.
Oh well, yeah, he was firing shots at my guy Kurt Benkert, third string quarterback of the Packers.
I know the throw he was talking about with Mike Glennon. I swear.
Me too. One of the worst throws of all time.
I've ever seen.
All right. Well, I don't know what to do for the next 5 minutes before we get to our picks, but Rico, you got any bowl games?
I'm jacked up. I am.
If we could get a prop in the sportsbook for Chad Kelly to win a Super Bowl plus like $1 million, I'd hit it right now. I got 100 on it right now to win $1 million.
I hope he shows up to Gettleman. Ask him to go to lunch.
Gettleman would be the last dude.
But you know what though? Like
Gettleman's an ass.
I got the Mississippi State thing, whatever. I pretend to hate him and everything. He really is better than a lot of these quarterbacks. That's no joke.
Yeah. Oh.
You know,
like the Browns, I just saw across the ticker, they signed Kyle Lalata. The Giants drafted that guy a few years ago. He's fucking awful. I know Chad Kelly's better than that guy.
I think he's right, though. They'd rather just have these guys that are going to be definite second, third backups and aren't going to, like, give them a problem. And they, like, will just don't want to deal with any backlash at all, even though the shit has happened so long ago. No one's like, I haven't thought about what he did or what. I don't even really know what Chad Kelly did, but like, people have done bad things and are still playing in the NFL. I can tell you that.
You know, talent aside, I love his fuck you mentality. Yeah. I would love that on my team. Absolutely love it.
We might have we potentially could have just got Chad Kelly a job.
That's what I was going to say. He might end up getting hired here.
We got to clip this shit
That's
out.
True too. That's true. He might be.
Yeah. That man has an ice block on his shoulder.
Yeah, all he needs to do is put on like 300 pounds. He'd be hired.
All right. Why don't we do this? Right. Why don't we do picks, and then if we got to fill time at the end, we can fill time at the end. But Big Ev, I haven't seen the stats this morning. I'm sure you're still leading because you were comfortable. You and Marty kind of ahead of the pack.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Big Ev.
All right, so it already started. I have Toledo first half in game, which looks like a stinker, but I already started. I'm going with Coastal. I know it's probably super public, but I just know Coastal is so much more talented than NIU. It seems like everybody's playing, so I like Coastal, and I'm on the over as well. Then college basketball, I'm just on Virginia Tech and NC State. And Toledo just scored a touchdown. We're back.
Okay. Marty Mush, your second place. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, last night was fantastic. I had the Duke and the over was very easy. Liberty -3, Virginia Tech -2.5, NC State +2, the benchmark parlay, which is Villanova -6.5, and the under. I'm taking Nova as well, and then San Diego State because the WCC is one of the biggest jokes of the conferences of all time.
Smitty,
time to get off the snide, buddy. It's time to get going in the right direction.
Toledo scored a touchdown there, helps. So we got the over 48.5, 48, maybe 49. We got Anaheim Ducks -1.5, and we also have North Dakota State. You don't bet against them in the FCS. You just don't. -4.5, and a couple more there. TJ will get them up.
Can you guys not see the picks?
Oh, we see it.
Oh, there you go.
If you pin me, you'll be able to see the show.
There you go. Paciatori against the New York Rangers over 2 points. Paciatori and Coastal Carolina.
Can I just put that graphic up one more time? And then
you have to pin me. You have it on speaker view. Put it on gallery view.
Okay, that's fine. Smitty, what do you think that name is?
Paciatori.
The T is after the R.
I was only up for like a split second.
Rico.
Hockey already. I'm going to take the over in Coastal.
Hockey already, did you just say?
I think that's closer than what he's saying.
I'm going to take ready.
It's closer than what Smitty says.
Yeah.
Right.
Over in Coastal, Warriors tonight, Nova Creighton under, and then I'll take the benchmark parlay. Thursday Night Football. That was last night, TJ.
Okay.
Set me up.
I will go with the Heat -6, the Nuggets +3.5, the Wolves -2.5 against the Lakers. They're -2.5 favorites, and it's going their way. So that seems like I got to bet that. Wolves -2.5 against the Lakers at home. And then I go opposite Big Ev. I go NIU +11. I also went back and forth, and truth be told, not to get anybody's business, but in their group chat this morning, Big Ed was like NIU, then Coastal, then like you went back and forth.
I'll explain. I literally, in the moment after I clicked send on NIU plus 11, that was when I had this moment. I went like this in my head, and I was like, Coastal is so much better than this team, so much more talented. Also, I looked back at NIU's bowl records. The last 5 years, they've gotten slaughtered in the bowl game.
Yeah, I think the MAC is bad overall as well.
Yeah, well, it's something to look at. I don't know. I don't feel as strongly about Coastal as you do. Like Coastal was fine this year, but last year they were beating teams by 20 and 30, and this year, even though they went 10-2, they weren't killing teams. Like they were playing close games.
No, that's fair. I just had a moment where I just sat there and I'm looking at them like NIU has maybe one or two NFL guys. Like Coastal has a ton of NFL guys, a lot of talent. I feel like the year didn't go probably as they wanted to. They have no bowl history because their only bowl game was last year. They lost to Coastal to Liberty. I look at that stuff big in terms of just stuff with bowl games. And once I thought about I know how much better of a team they are talent wise. And NIU's just awful bowl performances. That was what flipped me.
Well, that's been a show, Marty. Thanks for facilitating that.
No problem. It's just this guy. Swag, you need to get it out, Had
you already started DMing him, or did you just do it right there on the show?
I just did. I saw his tweets. I was like, it'd be kind of funny to have him. Not even funny, just have him on. Like, let him speak his piece, and I just gave him the link.
And he just showed up talking.
Yeah,
I love it.
He didn't ask questions. He doesn't know who Ev is. He doesn't know who you are. Smitty, me. He just starts talking.
I love it.
Woke up and chose violence.
We don't know what next week holds. We're talking about that this afternoon. We might be back. We might be done for the year. I don't know. We'll see. But this was fun. That's Pick Central. The Yak is up next.